This is the moment.
The Bachelorette is back. And the power
I'm gonna fall in love.
is in Jen's hands.
And I'm gonna do it my way.
ABC Mondays.
Everything about her is great.
I feel so special.
Jen's looking like a queen.
My men are very, very hot.
Someone call 911. You are looking so fired.
This is the beginning of a new era.
The Bachelorette. All new Mondays, 8, 7 Central on ABC. And stream on Hulu.
Savage.
Violent and vicious riots in Atlanta carried out by the anti-police radical left anarchists are an abomination, and it has to stop. These extremists smashed windows, set fire to a police cruiser, destroyed businesses, laid waste to downtown Atlanta, and were even found carrying explosives. They wanted to kill people. They didn't quite have that opportunity, but they would have, and they wouldn't have lost any sleep over it. Unfortunately, nothing will happen to most of these rioters because of the Marxist prosecutors who have seized control of the justice system in Atlanta, just like they are in New York, just like they have in other places. As always, it's hardworking, law-abiding citizens of all backgrounds who pay the price for this radical left extremism, sponsored by George Soros, it seems. The rioters who attack our wonderful police officers and destroy so many lives must be punished to the fullest extent of the law. And when I'm president again, if Marxist prosecutors betray their oaths and refuse to protect our citizens, I will not hesitate to send in federal law enforcement to restore peace and public safety. We will restore law and order in America. We've never seen anything like is happening right now. Crime is up by 50, 60, 70, and 100% in these radical left, Democrat-run cities. We can't let it happen. Our country is going to hell. We're going to make America great again. Thank you.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
There we go again. More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
Savage. Unfiltered.
Not only should we not be employed,
Well, again, that's part of why they had the special.
Your host, Michael Gardner.
Let's get it going, guys!
Like a Hellcat.
Alrighty, guys, welcome, guys. Welcome to Savage Unfiltered, guys. I got a special guest joining me here. Good friend of mine here on the show and off the show here. Joining us here from North Carolina and the host of his show, Frazier Chronicles. This is David Frazier, known as the Preacherman. Welcome, David. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to Savage Unfiltered.
Yes, sir. It's going great. It's great here in North Carolina. It's great to be on your show, of course, as always. And I appreciate you for letting me come on today and invite me on.
Yeah, man. And it's great having you on the show. So what did you think of Donald Trump's message there? Opening it up there, you know, with the latest coming out of Atlanta, Georgia, with the the riots. You know, everybody's protesting now with that Tyree. It's Tyree, or is it Tyler or something? You know what I'm talking
Tyree.
about, right? Yeah, Tyree. Yeah. What's your insight on that before we get to the riots? Do you think that there was some type of social injustice there, or like what's your insight on that, man?
So my insight on that, I think it is, as always, everyone has to do an investigation, I believe, but it's been happening for a while. It's not really new. It's just prevalent because, again, it made headlines. I believe that at the same time that when people are stopped and things of that nature, I think that use of force happens, but it shouldn't be always the first thing to happen. And when down to it, I think that the investigation will find out what really happened, what did happen, and what should have happened. So My take on it is, it's under investigation, and just want to see what the outcome is going to be and what the findings are.
Yeah. Yeah, because the reason why I'm saying that is because there's a whole bunch of like protesting going on here in Florida. I've noticed some people, picketing and stuff like that, putting their signs up. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we have to see a full investigation. We have to see, if it was social injustice, and if it was, then charges should be placed against the Memphis police officers there. But yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
So fast forward a little bit, the riots in Atlanta, Georgia, man. A lot of Democrats now, including some here in Florida, are ruling it out to be a non-domestic terrorist attack. I'll give you my insights on it, David. I think it was a domestic terrorist attack. I think these were individuals that want to do bodily harm to, people, bystanders around the area of downtown Atlanta. And that's that. I'm not sure exactly why the Democrats are not ruling this out as a domestic terrorist attack. I think it is. What do you think, David?
I think it is too. I think also there are people that, from what I've been seeing and been told, there are people that came from other states that's not even from the Atlanta area that have come down there to create a hostile environment during a protest, created some property damage of sorts as well. So I think that it is that. I just think that it's the people that came to Atlanta, that's Atlanta, creating that to kind of give Atlanta and the people of it, the citizens of Atlanta, a bad, rap sheet, a bad name when it comes down to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, here's something right here, guys, that you're probably going to be like, what? There was a reporter. Everybody knows him. He's been very famous through Fox now, Ducey. Ducey is now questioning Karine Jean-Pierre why Biden won't label any of this out that we're seeing. Check this guy's out there.
Thanks, Karine. So when you talk about infrastructure, you say it's important for the president to have a chance to speak directly to the American people. Why doesn't he want to speak directly to the American people now that some big cities are bracing potentially this weekend for riots?
So he put out a statement yesterday, and I think when a statement comes from the President of the United States, it has a powerful impact. And he was very clear in that statement. He offered his condolences to the family of Tyre Nichols. He also joined the family in calling for peaceful protests. That is an important statement that the president could make. And you have me here reiterating what the president has said. And we're going to continue to do that. It's not the first time. I've laid out the Dobbs decision was a time where we were calling for peaceful protest, and there's been other times even before then. So, and let's not forget Election Day, where we did the same. So
God forbid election
the president's
day, right?
words really
Jesus.
matter. They have weight.
This
it's
woman, I'm telling you.
The American people heard from him directly.
Okay, on the documents, have any more classified documents been located in any places associated with President Biden?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
Okay.
I would refer you to the White House
officials insist that the president self-reported the classified materials if his lawyers initially called the White House and not the Justice Department?
I would refer you to the White House counsel.
But we heard from this podium the other day that President Biden self-reported the materials. That's not exactly what happened.
Who did you hear that from?
John Kirby.
Well, I would refer you to the White House counsel.
They have no questions. They don't have answers to the questions. Backwards. They don't have no answers to the questions, and it's quite alarming that we see the press secretary. I would refer you back to such and such. I would refer you back to such and such. She's the freaking press secretary. She's supposed to be answering questions from the press. Something's up, David. Something is up. I think that they're hiding more than they can bargain for. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think that and it was interesting in that whole thing is when you're getting questioned, and sometimes you're not a part of those particular little, organizations within an organization, and you might not have an answer due to the reason someone else might have needed to answer that. And I think sometimes when it comes to the podium, it's like sports. You know how the coaches have all their players up there. Have all your people up there so we can get answers. That you're not always referring people back, because if you refer somebody back to something, you might never get an answer.
Oh, yeah. And before we go further, people are kind of like puzzled here with the hoodie guys. Rockaway Grill. Guys, I promised them I would literally support them and show it on camera, guys. Rockaway Grill. If you're in the, I don't know if you could see it, guys, head over to Rockaway Grill. Phenomenal stuff. I'm sorry I had to throw that out. I promised I would, plug them in. But, I agree what you're saying, David, but, here's some more stuff here, and feel free to mute your mic if you want, because this video here I'm about to plug in. I'll plug in a little bit of it, guys, but this is just now more updates here on the classified information. Everybody wants to know what's going on with the classified information. There's more classified documentation coming out, more than Trump, and oh boy, Biden's in trouble. Check this out, guys. Now, obviously here, we put this out here by CBS. More coming out. Well, what's going to happen, David? I don't know. Do you think he's going to you think he's going to be impeached by Merrick not Merrick Garland. Who the hell is it? Kevin McCarthy, excuse me. Backwards. What do you think is going to happen, David?
I think they're going to let him run his presidency due to the fact I don't think we have seen an impeachment since Clinton's era. I don't think they are, just because when you impeach, you want to have somebody else come up, and I think that'd be would be Kamala Harris, I believe. But I don't think they will want her up there. So just let it run its course. And I think that with all this coming out, he won't win the next election.
Oh yeah. But, they're finding more and more classified, like I said, folks, material. I said Merrick Garland. I'm all fired up on these issues today because there's a lot of shit I'm trying to cover here in a 20, 25-minute span here. But, obviously you see Representative James Comey, putting these articles out, and rightfully so. More Republicans stating, there's more stuff circulating, the press and this and that. And do you think that the DOJ is going to, pretty much play the favoritism part on Joe Biden and try to cover it up as much as possible? Because a lot of this stuff, David, they're saying was never meant to be seen in front of the public. They tried to, pretty much tuck it under the rug.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. The DOJ, Department of Justice, they prosecute whom they choose to prosecute. I don't think they'll prosecute in this manner. Just because of the simple fact, they'll say it's classified right now, but then throw it under as an unclassified document. And that will be the changing point or turning point in the case.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but now you see Ron Klain and Jeff Sessions. I couldn't even imagine what's about to happen next. I mean, really. But I wanted to put that out there because it is updates, guys. It's updates. We need to see this stuff. And to be honest with you, we're in 2023. I'm surprised Joe Biden is still president to this day. Even with the new House Speaker, I'm surprised that Kevin McCarthy isn't, pushing the envelope a lot further and saying, we have to impeach, Joe Biden. We have to. Simple as that. I mean, it has to be done. I mean, he's literally coming out of the branches, so to speak, of corruption. We're seeing possibly the biggest corruption in American history, and it's. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. I'm surprised. Really surprised.
Oh yeah.
Any thoughts on that, David?
I just wanted to see, the DOJ and all these other organizations actually prosecute someone of a presidential caliber. The reason for it is because they're our leaders. If they're not held to the same standards, then why hold everybody else to the same standards? I mean, it's just a question I'm asking, because we're easily to prosecute someone who is not guilty of a crime when there is no evidence, which has been proven throughout history. But then you have someone who has physical evidence, who you can prosecute with evidence, and you don't do it. So, I mean, I would love to see it. It's going to happen. It's a question that I think a lot of people in America have. I just don't think that it'll happen. I just think that it's going to run its course. It's going to get the publicity that it deserves. And then after that, they're going to move on to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're seeing, the hesitation, the panics. I mean, you've seen Karine Jean-Pierre literally panicking through the television screen. Like, I would advise you talk to this. I would have, they're in full panic mode. They know damn well that Joe is on his way over to possibly Gitmo for treason. They know that.
Oh yeah.
They know the corruption. Folks, you just seen the footage coming out of Paul Pelosi just the other day. I was going to plug that in, but I don't want to waste my time. I think everybody knows what's happening with the Paul Pelosi, with the hammer thing, Did you see that video, David? I thought that was fucking hysterical, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I've actually, I thought of it. I said, I look at their age. They're up there in age. And my question is, like, why do you try to stay in power being, up there in age, and then it takes this incident for you to step down? It's just a question that I ask myself, because I'm like, who wants to work all their life? I mean, political job at a young age is already stressful. And then you get older. Yeah. It's really stressful, because now it's like, yes, the political system, people change, politics stays the same, and it doesn't change with time. So I'm like, why stay in it?
It's the $1 million question. It's, why stay in it? Are they in it for, for money? Are they in it, because they like that power trip? Guys, hold that thought. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, can you hear me? I have a little, secret. Love. Where's not to love? Definitely. Show me off. love. Sure. Makes me feel comfortable.
This is Mars Murder Mystery. This is Mars Murder Mystery, and I'm your captain, Lars Lawmonger. There's an intergalactic killer on the loose.
I look for underwear that makes me feel like it's like a gentle hug. You know what I mean? Not like a headlock on my pussy. When I see ads for underwear, it's just girls that I would never be friends with. I don't know who these girls are.
The annoying thing is that it's not marketed for a normal girl.
It's always our underwear will make you feel lifted or sexual.
It's for a girl with a perfect C and a bubble butt.
We all wear underwear, so we know that that's not a realistic thing to advertise.
To me, sexiness isn't really a physical thing. It's always more mental for me.
It's not about what I'm wearing, but the way I'm wearing it.
My perfect pair of underwear would cover my butt completely, and I would never have to pick it throughout the day.
I hate underwear that rides up your ass.
I don't like when there's text on the butt, like baby girl.
I like to feel that I'm actually wearing it. It doesn't have to feel invisible.
I just want it to be soft and simple.
Just anything that's comfortable, just have to put it on and feel good.
You're not wearing underwear, but you are.
I'm a very colorful person, so I just love colorful underwears and prints as well.
I usually go for black, white, or nude. There's some sort of sexiness to that, simplicity.
I mean, I like wearing Tuesday on Friday, but I'm just crazy.
I think especially with underwear, it's geared at you have to look good for someone else. It can make you feel really good and confident, but that's not really for someone else, that's for yourself.
Wear the thing only you could wear because it's yours, because it comes from the inside out. Being yourself is the most sexy fucking thing ever.
Did Elon Musk request to meet with the president himself while he was in town this week?
Well, what I can tell you, I would refer you to Elon Musk. I don't have any request to share with you right now. What I can tell you is that he did not meet with the president. It was his two advisors, senior advisors, as I just laid out, John Podesta and Mitch Landrieu, who met with Elon Musk today.
Fucking laughing stock. It really is.
About who asked whom.
Somewhat related to EVs, but gas prices. It could hit $4 in the next couple of months, the national average, according to a lot of the experts like Gas Buddy. How likely is it that the president taps into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve again this year?
Where did you hear that from?
So Secretary Granholm, as you know, was here, I believe, on Monday, and she was asked this question, and so that is certainly something that's under her purview as well, and we don't have anything
guys,
to
look
share
at her forehead.
What I can say about gas prices more broadly is that while some temporary refinery outages and maintenance are impacting gas prices right now, the price of gas is still down about $1.50 since June peak and around where it was when Putin invaded Ukraine. The Department of Energy is working with refineries to bring capacity back online swiftly and safely. And the president will continue to do everything he can to keep lowering costs for the American families. So, look, in contrast to what the House Republicans want to do, we have that Spro bill that they put forward in trying to, stop the president for doing everything that he can to lower costs. And so we're doing the opposite. We're going to continue to do the work to make sure that we tackle inflation, one of the most important economic priorities of this president. And so we'll continue to do that work. Any additional, tapping of the Spro, I just don't have anything for you.
Refilling it, especially now that oil prices are climbing again, could get up to 110 a barrel. When do you see the timeline for refilling it?
So we had laid out the plan of how that was going to work. I don't have anything updated on that.
This woman never has anything to update.
For any specifics.
Get her off the air. Get her off the air. She has never nothing to update. I don't have nothing to update here. Nothing to see here. We don't have anything to see. It's just simply kabooey shippa. Yeah. My God, this woman is terrible. I don't have anything to update. They replaced her from Peppermint Patty. I thought Peppermint Patty was just as worse. This woman is terrible. My God.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know why she was put in there, guys. She is, you probably heard Joseph say this on the show. She was placed there because she is literally a lesbian. And that's why she's put in there for the right purpose, Joe thought it was okay to put a token lesbian in place as a press secretary, Joe hasn't really made a lot of good decisions, David. You see the House floor just earlier today, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday, excuse me. I'm forgetting. Yeah, it was yesterday, actually. They're questioning the new nominated district judge that Joe put in. Yeah. I think okay. You there, David? I think your screen was frozen, but we got you back up.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were freezing up a little bit. It's all right, but yeah.
Yeah, I just think that when it comes down to questioning a lot of things, we're always going to question things depending on who makes the decision to put someone in a certain position. I think that when it comes down to it, when the next president who is elected comes into office, I think that the answer really be more genuine. I just don't think that with President Biden making or coming to the stand and saying, oh, I'd select this person due to this, I don't think it's genuine. I think that it's more of a check the box, diversity hires. I think that's what it really is. I mean, it's been seen throughout his presidency that a lot of decisions have been made based off of this diversity to look like, hey, I'm making decisions based off of diversity, based off of, someone's sexuality, orientation, and things of that nature. I just think that it's not genuine, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. But like, if you've seen, this is what I have to say. If you've seen the questions that they were questioning, they were actually questioning the nominated nominee that Joe Biden put in place for the district attorney there up in Washington. He was like, "Can you define Article 5?" And she's like, "I can't recall that." And then he's like, "Okay. Can you recall Article 2?" "No, I can't recall that either." David, this is an attorney, a district attorney that was nominated by Joe Biden. Okay, she can't define Article 5 and Article 2 of the Constitution, and she was an honorable judge for 9 years, followed by a regular district attorney in her district for 5 years prior to that. How the hell can you not define the articles of the Constitution when you took an oath as a judge? You know how embarrassing that is?
Yes. Real embarrassing.
I'm telling you.
That's real embarrassing. That's like going to court. You have many clients and they ask you the question and you're talking about somebody else's client. And they're like, that's not what this case is for today. And you're like, well, I can't recall what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's embarrassing. It really is. It's really embarrassing. Guys, before we close it out here in a little bit here, I want to get this out here. The show's been sponsored by liverishi.com, guys. They've been super awesome to us. Really, really good quality products. If you use that promo code SAVAGE10 on the bottom of the screen there for 20% off, you're going to get amazing CBD products. Really, they stand by their word. They are fresh, organic stuff, guys. Check them out today, www.liverishi.com. Shaky, after we're done here with the broadcast, I'll put that in the show notes. So much appreciation. Live Rishi. Love ya. Anyway, back to the show. So, I'm just, it's becoming a laughing stock. It really is. I mean, it's 2024 here. I hope it gets here soon. I really do. It's becoming a fucking laughing stock. It really is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one spin-off off the next.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna close it up, guys. I want to remind folks that haven't checked out the book. We'll put out the trailer here. I know we've been gone for like the last week and a half. I was on vacation and much needed rest, guys. Check this book out. Amazing content that you can find in my book. Really good stuff.
Savaged, unfiltered.
My fellow Americans, it looks like some things have changed. Are we doing a good enough job teaching our children what America is and what she represents?
You want an abortion? Get one!
Younger parents aren't sure that an appreciation of America is the right thing to teach modern children.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
When I drive into a neighborhood and there are American flags, it's a message of white supremacy.
I'm warning of an eradication of the American memory that could result in an erosion of the American spirit.
We need to completely dismantle the police department.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are. We've got to do a better job of getting across that America is free, and freedom is special and rare. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of enterprise. As long as we remember our first principle and believe in ourselves, the future will always be ours. Ours was the first revolution in the history of mankind that truly reversed the course of government, and with three little words: we the people. We the people are free.
Pick up your copy of America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War, available on Amazon.com and other platforms December 30th. Get it today.
Back here on the show of shows, about to close it out here soon. Shaky, he was like, should I plug in the break? Or yeah, you gotta plug in the break. Jesus Christ, man. Like Joy Bayard would say from the View. For God's sakes, piece of garbage. Anyway, we're gonna bring on Frazier here. We're gonna close it out here, Frazier. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I know it was a quick one. We usually do like hour podcasting. And I had to get this in, talk about a lot of different stuff. What do you think of the clown show, buddy? Like, I'll give you 1 minute, man, to discuss. I know you haven't been really talking a lot. I've been talking about the whole show, but go ahead, buddy. What do you think about the latest political clown show that you're seeing?
I just think that it's just atrocious. It brings energy, it brings people, it brings viewers. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But I think that it's not bringing out the realistic thing that's going on. And it's not bringing the attention that the American people deserve, honestly. I mean, people are looking for answers, and all you can think of is just playing around in political office, playing around with people's lives. I mean, when they take these oaths and when they take these offices, they know you're supposed to be for the people. But again, it's not for the people. It's more about self. And it goes back to leadership. I've said this, there are three types of leaders. There are leaders for the people. There's leaders against the people. And then there's leaders just for themselves. And I think most politicians are the last two. One, leaders for themselves, leaders against the people. There's no one there for the people. So the people in America, that's the citizens like us, we have to be more vocal in telling each other, hey, we have to, it's our duty, it's our job to make sure that we get the things we deserve.
I hear you.
The people in the office are not going to do it. They took the seats because they wanted a big raise of $450,000 a year, plus a bonus of $200,000 on top of that. So, I mean, when you put money in people's hands, they forget what they even signed up for. But again, they want to continuously keep all of us accountable for our actions and making sure that, oh, don't come. If you want to meet me, just throw it on social media about what you want to tell me. But I'm not going to meet you in person, because they don't want the backlash from the people. They don't. They can't. And as you see, you put people on a podium and ask questions, they can't answer it. So that's what they don't want to be known for. Getting up there and being like, but I'll refer you to this dictionary over here, the Webster's Dictionary, to get your answer, instead of giving an answer that they genuinely know. I mean, it's just atrocious. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it is. It is atrocious. I mean, it really is. And I'm going to close it out with this, guys. I was on Twitter the other day, and this, I'm not going to plug their name in, but you could. If you go to my Twitter account, you'll see the comment at Keep It Savaged. These people are now saying, get this, David, that if you live in a Republican state or Republican threshold of an area, you are more likely to develop COVID symptoms versus, get this, guys, if you live in a Democrat area or a Democrat state, you're least likely to develop COVID. I heard that shit. I was like, are you kidding me? It's funny as hell. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, these are grown men and grown women, man, that act. They're supposed to be grown men and grown women, and they're saying because I'm a Republican, I'm highly more likely to develop COVID. What that kind of shit is that? I'm like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm going to close it out here. I got an announcement here. We'll close it out here. May 4th, guys, is the next big date here. We're launching our second book, as you can see on the ticker bottom here. through the Savage Door. That's going to be labeled. It's going to be available in ebook and softcover on Amazon.com. It's only exclusive on Amazon.com. A little different than the first book, America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War, which is still available, guys. But we're doing it a little different this time. The first book was available on Target, Target, Walmart, and other marquees, but was having some trouble trying to get it restocked with them. So we're only going to make it available on Amazon. So I think it's easier. Everybody uses Amazon, I think. But yeah, guys, on May 4th of this year, the book will be available, like I said, in both ebook and softcover through the Savage Door. I'm not going to plug any spoilers, guys. You got to check it out. So it's a really in-depth book. I think it's awesome. And that's that, guys. If you don't like it, then I don't know what else to tell you. But I want to thank David for coming on. I really do. David, for some of the listeners that, they seen you on the show from time to time, I'm always getting new listeners. That podcasting, you always develop new listenership. Where can they find you, buddy? I'm going to let you plug it away.
Yes, sir. They can find me at www.frazierchronicles.com. That's my website. On that website, you can find out, listen to all the podcasts. You can go there, find some merchandise. You also can sign up for our newsletter, which is dropping next month. So,
wow.
They go on there. They can definitely sign up for the newsletter, go around, look at some of the things that Frazier Chronicles doing. And they also can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well. Getting back into the YouTube next month as well, dropping a lot of videos, informations, and bringing a lot of people on this year. So it's going to be live. It's going to be fast. And I hope that they jump on the train before the train leaves the station. So, yes.
I hope so, too. God willing, guys. God willing. Well, David, thank you very much, buddy, for joining us. It's always a privilege and an honor. My words are backwards today. I'm just getting back on the airwaves, guys, for a week and a half of hiatus of a vacation in Key West. It was beautiful down there. Love the weather. But, yeah, guys, I got to get back to podcasting. So I'm a little rusty after a week and a half. Yeah, it can happen. But, guys, thanks very much. Remember, keep it savage, and we will see you next week with myself and Joseph and hopefully Sauce. Sauce has been busy, been doing a lot of different shit. But, guys, remember, I'm Michael Gardner, host of the Savage Unfiltered podcast, and we will see you next week. Take it easy, guys.